All right, we are live. Oh my God, once again. I love saying that, because it feels so good to be alive, doesn't it? Each and every day right here in Windsor, Ontario, of course. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you. Static Planet, are you from there? That's where I just came from. Just had my hair done from the Static Planet. I was talking to Dale about that backstage. A little bit of makeup on too, a little bit of rose. How am I looking? My name, of course, is Michael John of Michael John Paranormal Ghost Stories. The man to my right there, according to the screen, is the man of the hour, the man of the power, too sweet to be sour. He, of course, is Dale High Spirits Quigley. Together, we are the voice of the paranormal, the voice for the paranormal. We are Windsor, Ontario's own, the paranormal voice. Speaking of Windsor, we got a real three special guests today. Based around Windsor, a place we love, a place we call home, a place where we're from, a place we love to brag about every chance we get, twice on Sundays, always in our sleep and in our dreams. Oh my God, no one's safe when it comes to talking about Windsor. So I'm super proud to have these three on. But oh my God, I got to say thanks to the TPV Nation, the creeps, the freaks, and the weirdos. We had a roll call of champions earlier today, Dale, and that, of course, is always fun. Did a little bit of talking, a little bit of jaw jacking, saying thank you, hashtag grateful, thankful, blessed to all the newest members of the TPV Nation, of course, that you dubbed them many months ago now. I mean, we're going on a year. We've been doing this together. Yay, us, Dale. What's going on with you, Dale? How was your day? What's happening in the paranormal realm of Dale?
Well, the paranormal realm of Dale Quigley was just the fact that I was working all day. But yesterday did a really amazing thing. I as being a part of the paranormal community, I love reaching out. I love helping people, and we just did that yesterday. We helped a client who was in stress, had a little of a energy, spiritual problem. Somebody that it wasn't scary or anything, but you know what? It was time that they didn't want them in the house, so we moved them on. Which is pretty successful. So yeah, no, like I said, got to do that, which I always love to do. I love to help people. Just want to give a shout out to the TPV Nation of people who are tuning in right now. We have our good friend and the woman we love the most, Miss Mary Bassett. Welcome, Mary. Glad to have you on board. Chris and Bob, who we met back at the Spring Fling Body, Mind, and out that way with Candace and Exie.
And we got to break bread with them. We shared a couple drinks, some stories, some laughs. Yes, love them. Good people right there for sure.
Absolutely. So we always love it, everybody. And we got, I believe it's Miss Brandy over there. Hi, Miss Brandy. How you ladies doing?
The blondes and booze. You can't do anything.
Blondes and booze.
It's not complete without the blondes and the booze for sure. Brandy.
Absolutely. So yeah, no, I've been excited about this show since we booked this show because you know what? We are about our community. We love our community. We want to spread out our community. And these individuals that we're bringing out today, oh my God, they are bringing an event here to Windsor, which we are very grateful. So without further ado, let's bring these amazing folks out.
Wait. Oh. We got to do a little more of a build-up for these guys. You don't just do it like that. Just open a curtain, say, here they are, poof. No, wait, hold on.
Oh, this is not a magic show?
Oh, dude. No, not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
No,
sweet.
Got three awesome. I just want to say we got three amazing people. We've had a chance to get to know them on a more personal level, and I'm sure the TPV Nation, all the viewers right now, watching now and watching later on, if you don't see something uniquely awesome about these people where you're like, these are cool people, I want to meet them, I want to learn from them, I want to be under the learning tree, which I'm going to be under today, of course. with everything they're about and what they're capable of doing, their skill set, and just all around good people, like I like to say. You got Donnie Lampron. He's the owner and operator of Night and Day Healing, holistic practitioner, multiple modalities. He does Reiki advanced level, access bars, energetic, facelift, mediumship. You got Kristie, not a multi-dimensional intuitive energy worker, certified in access bars, Reiki, multiple modalities as well. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to ask what the heck a modality is. And of course, Amanda Logan, sweetheart, biggest heart of a human being I know. Like, she wears her heart on her sleeve. The owner operator of Absolute Healing. She is a certified access bars practitioner, as well as certified Reiki master at the teacher level. That's pretty cool right there. Unique ability for bridging traditional spiritual practice with the metaphysical world. Oh my God. This Sunday, July 23rd, folks, like we said, right here in Windsor, it's going to be the Holistic Wellness and Healing event. That'll be at 1168 Drouillard Place. 1168 Drouillard Road at Drouillard Place from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., folks. Don't you dare miss it. It's going to be a thing, a big thing. Again, the Holistic Wellness and Healing event. Let's get them on now, Dale. Donnie, Kristie, and Amanda. Come on out.
Wow. This is quite the panel. I love this.
We need one more person. I don't know who. Maybe a dog or something.
We got two we can bring in.
Right?
Bring the little one. I love the little one. Welcome. Thanks so much for coming on, taking the time for us today, you guys.
Thanks for having
I know
us.
you're busy getting ready for this Sunday, again, the Holistic Wellness and Healing event. What a cool thing you guys are bringing to Windsor. Something unique. I don't recall the last time I've heard of anything of this type. I mean, there's been events, paranormal type events, holistic type events, but I mean, this is different. You're doing something really, I mean, amazing for the kids in the community. It's a charitable choice donation, and I hope a lot of people do it. You're asking people to bring in school supplies for the kids. How awesome is that? Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps talking about that. I think that's so cool, and that really speaks volumes for the people that the three of you are. So again, welcome to the TPV Nation, Donnie, Amanda, and Kristie.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So I just,
Yeah,
when we got together and we started talking about the event, it only made sense to kind of bring forth the Pay It Forward to the Drouillard area itself, because it is such a working class area that does still require assistance and help. There is a lot of generational loops and stuff that go on there. And we were really just hoping by bringing our presence there that it would go throughout the community and that we would be able to support Drouillard Place, which is also a program I myself took advantage of as a small child with a single mom. So it's kind of giving back to my roots as well.
Awesome. I love it.
It's always good when you can, especially a program that you've used and now you can give back. I mean, this is the full circle of love and life, and this is what, everybody should be doing. All this bickering back and forth that is going on in our world right now, and all the negativity that's being spread. You know what? It's good that you guys are bringing love and light into this community, spreading it out with your good gestures. I'll learn how to talk one of these days. I'm taking the Michael John class of how to talk properly.
He's getting there.
Yeah. But like Michael John said in the beginning, we've had the distinct pleasure of actually getting to know each one of you personally in our lives. And I know you guys have a lot to bring to what you guys are doing. So let's just start this off by let's go with Kristie. Kristie, so your gifts. And this question will go to all three. You guys talk about it. So your gifts, and they came about, like, how did you discover your gifts and you're using them? So talk about, like, all that into combination.
Okay. So, I mean, I will say my gifts have been there since I was a child. I always saw spirit as a child, had so many paranormal stories. I could probably fill up a whole book with them. In my teen years, I really got into the kind of witchcraft end of it. I feel like that's a natural progression. Sorry, one second.
Wow. You
There's
only have
there's
one
the
good
dog you were asking
You
for.
asked for.
You asked for it. You got it. Yeah. So yeah, I started playing like with Ouija boards, tarot cards, that kind of stuff, really delving into it. And then life happened, school, kids, work, in that order. And life just kind of took over, right? So I kind of shut it down and really just plugged into that very human thing that a lot of us do. Right before COVID, it wasn't really COVID that triggered it, but it did help. I just started feeling like there was something missing again. So I started, kind of searching for my path, searching for my way. I met a whole bunch of amazing people that sparked a whole bunch of new awarenesses. I signed up for some courses and everything just started coming in, like everything just started re-amplifying, I guess. I'm a very firm believer that like we all have access to the tools, we all have access to the knowledge, we all can do the same things, right? And it's just a matter of remembering and finding the tools and the people that help you remember in your own way, right?
Right.
So yeah, and then once COVID came, that kind of shut down like my 9-to-5 job. So I decided to just plow into this full time, and it's kind of been a journey ever since, and it's been fun.
Absolutely. So Amanda, what about you? And I mean, this like I said, I love Amanda to death. She's been so kind, and I mean, all three of you guys have been like a big major part of my life. And we don't need to talk about that because this is not about me; it's about you. But yeah, so Amanda, what about your gifts?
I used to see spirits literally at the age of like 3 and 4. I remember
Wow.
knowing things that a child shouldn't know at a very young age. Um, just like intuitively inclined. Like I remember one time my Nana teasing her friends because they were accepting marital advice from her 16-year-old granddaughter who had never been married. And we didn't really understand where that was coming from, right? And then I kind of went through like a moment in life where I was sort of looking for my mission. And Kristie sort of put it in my face. And even though I like turned my head and didn't want anything to do with it, I eventually swallowed the spoonful of medicine and it ignited me and just turned me right on. And I took a few other random paths that led me right back to where I am today that we won't get into on this show. And yeah, I mean, the rest is history.
Yes, sir.
So Donnie,
Yes, sir.
Donnie, on Operation Night Day healing.
So I don't know if anybody noticed, but I had a sign
Yeah.
propped up here, and it was like fixed, and
I
it,
heard something fall.
yeah, it was like bite.
I
Only on
love
your
it.
show. Only on the paranormal voice.
Absolutely. So Donnie,
Yes, sir.
how
So
did you
for
get
me-
started? When did you know you had gifts? I mean, what brought you to the table, if you will?
So I think like for me subconsciously, I've always been spiritually connected. Having gone and been raised like Roman Catholic, became an altar server, and all the things, right? But for me, it wasn't till I literally had a collapse of religion. And when I had that collapse, it's like I had to walk through hell to get to heaven. Lyrically saying. So yeah, for me, I guess after it was all said and done, I figured I don't want people to suffer as I've suffered throughout that whole spiritual battle, we'll call it.
Okay.
And I said I'm going to start delving in this so I can get some tools to help people.
That's it. That's the short version.
That's it. Like,
I mean,
that's ultimately it
Yeah.
for me.
That's the
Like,
Coles notes. Yeah.
well,
yeah, like for me, it was like my awakening came with such chaos and
Yep.
more of like a nightmare effect that I thought, no, there's people out there that I have to literally save from this. So,
Yeah.
and I just started delving into it, and I haven't stopped, and I don't think I ever will. So,
So you guys have quite a docket of abilities and skills. So I'm kind of looking off to the side here because I got my notes there because my memory's good but short, just like I am, man. So I gotta have a look. So excuse me for cheating. These are my cheat sheets. But I mean, you guys are all involved. It looks like in you're all involved in Reiki, number one, which we're going to touch on. But I mean, what is modalities? Is that just a fancy word for everything? I don't know. Excuse my ignorance. I'm completely learning right now. So multiple modalities. You all say that modalities. What is a modality?
so for me, I'll just for me it means toolbox.
Okay.
And for each modality comes with a different assembly of tools.
All right.
Right. So
Yeah.
for myself, a modality basically means a toolbox.
Okay.
So having multiple modalities means having multiple toolboxes.
Okay. And Amanda, that's the same for you. Would you agree with that, or do you have a different take on that?
So it's the same feeling, but to like really like Cole's note it down, it's like Reiki is a modality, access consciousness, access bars is a modality, mediumship is a modality, decodes modality.
Wow. Okay.
So like they all kind of hold their own title.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And same with you, Kristie. You agree with all
Yeah,
this?
I would have labeled them more as like courses, classes, trainings,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
Just some are certifiable and others are not as certifiable, right? So instead of listing a whole bunch that we don't have certifications for,
Yes.
we just say multiple modalities, right?
Okay.
But pretty much what all three of us said, it's all that, right? Like you take a training course, you get new tools. You take a different training course, you get different new tools, right? And yeah, it's all just about building up your toolbox, right? The more tools you have, the more stuff you can build, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
right. Thank you. I wow. I'm just like, what the hell is a modality? Wow. That's awesome. Thank you, all three of you. Thank you so much.
But like with each individual person, like your paths were all different, all led you to the common ground to obviously connect in one way or another. What my train of thoughts, like, phew, I'm all over the place today. Sorry. I'm having short-term memory. So when you were on your life's path, like for each one of these things that you guys brought yourself to be certified in, be trained in, now can you explain it to say, like, did your calling bring you that way, or was it just like, oh, this sounds interesting, I think I'll just learn it, which is also, I guess, a kind of a calling, because you don't know what you're into until you hear somebody else talk about it. You're like, oh, I want to learn that type of thing. So maybe each one of you guys can explain like what it is that brought you to learn and to create what you guys are doing now today, which is basically healing the world. I mean, you guys are out there like bringing people back to being in peace with themselves and showing themselves love, which this world, like I said, really needs. We all need some love in this world after what everybody's been through, right?
Right.
So we'll start with Donnie. Donnie, with you, like with each one of these amazing gifts and talent that you're bringing to the table, like, were these just stuff that just popped in and you thought, oh, that's cool, I want to try that, and just...
Okay, so I actually have a funny story on my first modality that I actually went for, which was access bars, which is 32 touch points on the head that help to release blockages in the neural paths when we run energy through them. So the crazy story is the three of us actually were in a car and we were headed to, I think it was like a shamanic journey or something. And I don't know why, but for me, it was such a resistance to all this stuff at first, because I'm like, what is all this? And like, there was just so much information, right? And I literally jumped out of a driving car to avoid having to go to this place to see what this access consciousness was and stuff.
Holy shit.
True story. Like, bailed out of the car like in mid-run and was outie. In which they just left me there and ended up going. So
I'm just reliving it. Like,
and so for me, it's like, after that, it kept coming up, and like Kristie was on me saying, you should come check this out. I think this would be perfect for you. Like, I think you would really like this. And eventually, like 5.5 times later, I agreed and I went. And
15.5 times.
Yeah, 15.5 times. But it just I ended up showing up and didn't know what I was expecting or anything, and I walked out of there literally saying I'm going to be an access consciousness practitioner. So it was just I guess sometimes things you resist end up persisting, and you just go with it, right? And when I finally allowed myself to go through it, this was like, this is me. I just found a piece of me that had been void for so long, right? And it's just amplified and amplified and amplified since. So yeah, it's a little bit of my backstory on that.
So, Kristie, what about you? Like, what was your first thing, and then led you into doing all these others?
So my first thing was probably like downloading every free PDF I could find, signing up for every free 3-day masterclass I could find, like running out of storage room on my phone every week and having to like discern and delete and whatever. What I was searching for though was something for me personally. I wasn't looking for a modality to learn to go help somebody else. I was looking for, what can I do to help myself? I wasn't interested in traditional therapy, a psychiatrist, a therapy, like none of that interested me, right? Like I was looking at the energetic side of it. So I was on this like search, like, and every day I would find something new and I would like, it didn't really feel right. And I would try something new and it didn't really feel right. And then one day I saw this free, I think it was a 12-day at that time. They've done quite a few of them now. I found this free 12-day accelerator program through Caitlin Diana, and I got into her free program, and then I joined her paid membership. And that's where I really learned a lot of my tools. It was a huge community with tons of resources, tons of like, I'm going to say free content, but there was a monthly fee for it. But then there was additional courses you could take on top of that to like further your training. So that's what started it for me. And that is where I actually learned about access consciousness, was through that program, because there was little tidbits of it from there. So once I was in that program, I went and had a access bars session. And same thing as Donnie, after the first session I had, I was like, I need to learn to do this. I need to show everybody else this. Like, I need to show people this, like, because it was absolutely mind blowing. And then Reiki came later for me. And that was more of a just to like add a tool into the toolbox kind of thing. It's not really it's not really where I have fun with, but I do use it. So yeah, mine, I literally was searching for something for self that then turned into something for others.
Wow. Okay. Oh my God. I'm going to ask you about access consciousness up the road here on this interview, but Amanda, you don't stop smiling. You never stop smiling. So that says something about what the heck you've experienced in your life and what you've learned in your life and what you're doing now to help others, all the way down to the Holistic Wellness and Healing event this Sunday, July 23rd from 11 to 5 on Drouillard Road here. So yes, Amanda, what are your modalities, and go.
All right. So what had happened with me is I had moved into this super active house as far as paranormal activity was concerned. I had connected with Linda Dumichel. I had her come out and do a home clearing. From there, I connected with Marsha Marchant, and I had Reiki sessions done. She handed me a pack of tarot cards and said, "Your calling is tarot. I bought these years ago. They don't resonate with me. I've been holding on to them. They're for you." So I started playing with tarot cards, and then Kristie had found Healers Rising by Caitlin Diana, and it just was running in my background because every time I hung out with her, it was playing. And then I think it was like November 2020. I was sick of the paranormal stuff going on in the house. I was sick of being in fear mode. I had done the Reiki. I had started my tarot cards. And I had just randomly messaged Marsha Marchant and asked her if she knew anyone that could run access bars. She bridged me to a local man here. And then I asked him if he was interested in teaching. He wasn't at the time, but it sparked fire under his butt and he was really called to do it. And he stepped full force into that from there. And I just sort of started working on like my ancestral line, my mother line, because I personally was weighed down with a lot of like 3D traumas and like stuff that was just passed through the line. So it took a lot of work on me.
Wow.
Then from there, I went into like bridging in like a Healer Clear the Way course, which went into the Akashic Records. Then I got my Reiki Masters. Then I got my Access Bar certification. And I took another course called the Decodes. And then I went through some stuff with a sisterhood and bridged a little bit more religion into the paranormal stuff and left that container. And now I'm standing sovereign in my power and doing the thing.
Doing the thing. Wow. So Akashic Records, I mean, for those that don't know, I'm very limited in my knowledge of it. I love Akashic Record meditations. I use those quite a bit. Combined with astral travel, that's kind of my stuff I like to experiment with from time to time. I'm so OCD with this stuff. One minute I'm talking about Dogman, next minute I'm talking about astral travel. But there's so much, right? There's so much we want to learn and we want to absorb, and you guys get it. I know you get it. So let's talk about Akashic Records. I mean, what does that mean? Let's start with Kristie. What Akashic Records for yourself? I mean, how has that made a difference in your life? Do you utilize those?
Oh yeah, like that was probably one of the biggest tools that helped me in my own personal healing journey, and one of the tools that I use to get the most movement for my clients as well. We're writing an Akashic record right now, us 5. This is an Akashic record between the 5 of us. In our next life, we can read the data from it. Like, so it's just pretty much all the information that is written that, a lot of things that get stored in it personally for me that I find is things that have a lot of energy behind them. So very high emotional charge, whether that's what you consider a positive emotion or a negative emotion. Emotions are emotions, right? So those ones get layered in a little bit heavier, right? When you're really excited about something, super joyful about something, super sad, super disappointed, like those things get written in, and they can create loops. Like we can carry them forward. We can carry them forward in this life. Like, you have a traumatic event in, and then every June after that, like, you don't know why, you're just like, shit's going to the shitter, right? So we can go back in this life, or we can go back in past lives, and we can clear that resonance down. So yeah, it's pretty much just this like energetic warehouse of information on our lives.
It almost reminds me of what you're describing. I'm a big fan of, I like the word theory because that's a safe word and everything. None of us are experts here in any of this, but we all have an opinion, and every opinion counts, of course.
That's right.
But I mean, when you're talking about Akashic Records, I'm thinking about parallel dimensions, and I'm big on those. Very similar, right?
Very.
Yeah.
Well, if time is non-existent elsewhere, then everything is parallel and running concurrent, right? So
Absolutely.
Oh, this is deep stuff. I'm loving this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
We're digging deep into this today. Just want to acknowledge some people that are popping on here while we're going through the show. We have Sherry Scott. Welcome to the show. We have Terry Shana. I hope I said your name right. We have the lovely Miss Donna Roberts, and we have my good friend Douglas. Doug, welcome. Mandy Bauer and Lynn Dodds. So yes, welcome. Like TPV Nation is just blowing up. So,
Thanks for
you
tuning
know,
in.
it is, and Mary Bassett left a comment and says, wow, you guys are dedicated. I love it. Exploring everything is what it's all about. And that is so true. Exploring like every aspect of our lives. And, Amanda and Kristie helped me realize this, that, you know, things just don't happen in our lives. It comes about for a reason, and it's how you deal with it and process it is how is basically the way that this universe works. Is like nobody crosses anybody's path by accident. It's all for a purpose. And like I said, the three of you guys are absolutely amazing. When anybody's around these three people, the energy between the three of them, it is like overwhelming because it's mind blowing, but it's all in a good way because it's nothing but love. You don't have to say anything to these guys. You can just feel the love, and you can see it in what they're doing. So we want to touch a little bit about what you guys are bringing to Windsor. So how did you guys sit down and come up with this concept? Hey, let's do something like this. Is because, like I said, this is something that's well needed around the world, and we're glad you guys are doing it right here in our local community, Windsor, Ontario. Something we love to live and support. So, how did this event come about? And who was the person that says, "Yeah, let's do something crazy"? Donnie's pointing above him, so
Right there.
you talking about the man upstairs, or you're talking about the lady above you?
The lady above me.
uh,
Yeah, we'll
so-
let Amanda go on that one.
Yeah.
So we had both independently and together been at several vendor shows. We've been blessed to be able to work in the community and not facilitate the show ourselves. But, I just felt like, and they did too, even though every event was amazing, it was always just missing something like else. And then one day we were kind of just chit chatting and realized it was our own personal energetic signatures and what we brought to the table and how we could break the cookie cutter for vendor shows and just do something completely different. It was a couple of days after that conversation that I don't know, some people call it spirit, some people call it them higher selves, some people call it intuition, whatever it is. I had this like information drop in that said, just jump, host the show, do it at the Gino. It's going to be cheap. Help Drouillard Place. They need the footprint. Reach out to whoever you feel will support you in this the most. And that was literally a no-brainer. These two right here have helped me in my hardest freaking times and also helped me amplify my best times. So why wouldn't the three of us, with our abilities being so close to each other yet so different, do this together when we always had the same vision, right? So I just simply sent them a message and was just like, hey, what if we do a vendor show? What if we charge this? We do it at this place. And they were like, I'm in. And everything just, it was like white on rice. So easy. The flow, we didn't have to force anything. Our sponsors and donors came forward. Our facilitators, every spot filled up. Like we didn't get a no anywhere. And that's when we knew it was in full alignment and really, really needed at this time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So now you must have a slew of vendors. Like describe some of your vendors. Like you got again, I like to use the term A to the Z. You must have that in the holistic world. Like what when someone walks through those doors on Sunday at 11 a.m. What are they going to see? What are their choices? They're going to be going in 25 directions, I'm sure. What can they expect to see?
So right in the center of the room, we've put this beautiful island together of practitioners and facilitators that are not going to be doing hands-on healing. So anyone with potion jars, spell jars, jewelry, butterfly art, tarot readings, anything along those lines. We're all going to kind of be in the center. And then to the right, we have you gentlemen. We have another wellness facilitator. We have somebody who does potions and jewelry. And then as we go along the outside of the wall, we have an unparalleled variety of hands-on healers through angelic healing, sound frequency, Reiki, access bars, yoga, intuitive healing. So there's literally something for literally everybody there. And if there is nothing for you there, that's why we decided to do the raffle table, to still bring people in to support the community and support Drouillard Place and bring more all around. That way there is something for everyone. And you can win a $200 gift basket for small dollars. Just buy your tickets.
You know what? And that's the amazing part. But I think most of all, like, I think just the event itself, if people are out there who don't know and want questions answered, you know, they're going through something in life, they've experienced something in their life, they're at a standstill in their life, this event is like the perfect place to come on down. You have multiple people that will be able to talk to, you know, and you know what? Come on down and tell anybody your story. It's a placement of non-judgment. You know, it's a friendly, loving atmosphere, and this is the one thing me and Michael John love about doing the community, being at these events that we're all a part of, is that you see the love and support throughout the room, and everybody at the end of the event is like family because you get to know people and you make connections. And like I said, you might not know why you're drawn to this event, but if you end up walking through those doors, you'll walk out of the event going, wow, that was like the best decision I made today. And you walk away with probably feeling a lot better about yourself, because I'm sure you guys will definitely want people walking out of the show going, wow, I feel loved again. And they feel better about themselves, because that's what this world needs right now, is a lot more love. And because it's been stressful times on a lot of people. I mean, we can see this. So I give kudos to you guys for bringing an event like this to the Windsor. Like I said, the Drouillard area is one of the oldest areas besides Sandwich, I believe, in this city. So Drouillard is like right there, being the like everything seems to be based around those two areas of our city. So it's great that you guys chose that area to really shine with, and we look definitely. I look forward to seeing like the support of the community coming together.
That's one of the things that the three of us have always consistently done, whether it was with this event, which is our own event, or events that we have participated in, is the intention we always set is to make connections.
That's it.
There's no other intention that we put on the events. Like, we don't want to go to this event and make a whole bunch of money or sell a whole bunch of product or whatever it is. It's always, let's just make connections, right? Bring community in, make it a safe environment for people. Like, there's a lot of people that don't have safe, supportive environments to talk about what's going on energetically in their lives, right? They feel like people will label them as crazy or so much more than that, right? Like, like, you know, you find it very hard to talk to people. So even just bridging those connections at these events is like the main focus, whether it's amongst us vendors, but also with the people that come in through the doors as well.
Right.
Well said. I mean,
so for me, if I may, for me, it's like I have an upbringing in the Drouillard area. I was raised and brought up on Central Avenue, which is a quick 5-minute train ride away on the trackside. So I seen what this place has gone through ancestrally and like on an energetic level at a time there was so much blockage there that I don't even think love existed there at one point. And now I see a growth there, and it's like, okay, let's support this. Like, I know these people. And so let's offer an energetic boost in this area, for it to thrive again. And it used to be downtown, if I'm correct, many moons ago. I heard that somewhere, that it used to actually be the downtown of Windsor. I'm not sure if that's truth or not, but I guess it kind of sounds accurate to me a little bit.
I know,
But-
like my Anna and stuff always called it the Red District.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, let's go clear some ley lines. Let's go, let's do some clearing on the actual neighborhood itself, like, to promote love for people, to feel safe again. And, I think that's important. There's a lot of kids growing up. There's always been a lot of kids growing up on Drouillard.
Yes.
And so I feel like going there and allowing, myself and all these other wonderful practitioners. By the way, the lineup is intense. I'm just going to put that out there. I've worked with each and almost every one of these individuals, and I'm going to say, if you're looking for healing, you best show up because this doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. And in fact, in this magnitude, I think it's the first. So like, let's support one another. Let's go get some healing. And remember, when we're helping others heal, we're healing too. That's the magnificence about it. It's an exchange of energy, right? So, service to others brings service to self is one of the things that I love. So I'm super hyped, man. I'm like, woo, let's get it. I'm ready.
So Donnie, I see on your list here, energetic facelift and mediumship. Now, where I'm going with this, just a question: Are you offering people the energetic facelift opportunity this Sunday?
So I have my own modality, which is an integrated modality where I'll call upon a being's higher self to do as much work as possible, right? Without hurting myself or the client. So what I would do is I'd open up all my toolboxes, and spirit for me is who I connect with. Is spirit will say, you're going to require this, and this for this person, and this is what they'll be able to handle right now. So I go, okay, thank you, and I assemble all my tools and I run an integrated session. The session usually runs for $220 an hour and a half, and I'm going to be cutting it into half. Okay. So my integrated people will be able to experience that for half the price, for $120, which is significant. Like I'm trying to make it so that even people that don't have a lot of money, because it's not about the money at the end of the day, right? It's about how we're supporting each other and all the things. So for me, that was the big one for me. I'm just gonna cut my big one right in half, and we'll see who needs it and who actually embarks on it.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
And Kristie, multidimensional intuitive energy worker. What are you going to be? Are you going to be focusing on Reiki there yourself? The access bars, everything you special? Is it going to be like a one-shot deal? You're getting everything I can offer. I'm gonna download it all on you. You're gonna have the most amazing experience with Kristie that you can't even believe it.
I will be offering mini access bar sessions, mini Reiki sessions, as well as tarot oracle card readings. Okay. Once we get into like the Akashic and the integrated, those can be a little heavier. There can be a lot more emotional release needed. I have offered them at events in the past, and it just hasn't really brought me or the clients more. I haven't really done many in public. It's just, to me, for what I do, is not the right environment for it. So it's more about like the access bars. I can do Reiki, and then the tarot and oracle. So, and then I'll have information on all of my other services. And I'll also have information. I have 3 little mini master classes out that I've launched. Gotcha. I'm now really shifting into passing on the tools that I have. Oh, wow. So I've put together a class that's called Your Body Talks. Are you listening? which is all about using your intuition to track energetic, like blockages and problems in your body. So it's, you know, like when you go to the doctor and your knee hurts and they can't figure it out for 3 years and 20 tests later, and you still have this pain. It's looking at the energetic reasons. So teaching people to do that.
Okay.
I have another one that is Your Soul Speaks. Can you hear it? And that one's all about turning on your psychic senses, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your clairsentience, connecting to your higher self, connecting to your spirit guides, possibly connecting to your galactic guides as well. I am a galactic bridge. And then my third one is an Akashic Records course. So teaching people how to access their Akashic Records for themselves as well. And not only access them, but do the work in them. Close down those timelines, close down the loops, like
Neat.
get rid of the resonance fields. So I'll have information on all 3 of those courses at the event as well.
Wow, what don't you do? Holy cow. And Amanda, of course, last but not least. What are you? I know you mentioned tarot cards earlier, and you're putting your hand up. So I'm going to guess and say you're offering tarot card readings, but you got to be offering other stuff as well. You've got so many things on your plate to offer as well. So what are you offering, please?
So I'm a little bit different, as everyone knows. It doesn't align for me to do hands-on healing in a public place at all, because I go more into psychic surgery. I go into the galactics. I bring ancestors forward. I don't just do cut and dry Reiki. Even when somebody just pays for a Reiki course, they're getting cord and contract removal. They're getting psychic surgery. I'm going to look at causation in the body and like aligning them to their source point. All of those things are kind of above and beyond the Reiki practitioner guidelines from like the board of the Reiki Association of Canada. So because it's not directly in their guidelines and it's an alchemized sort of modality, I don't want to do them in public. So I am going to be taking bookings to do them personally, one-on-one, where people can release fully and have the full session. So there will be like a booking sheet there for one-on-one healings after the vendor show.
Okay.
At the vendor shows, I specifically like to alchemize or bridge in together my mediumship with Akashic Records and the tarot reading. So I typically do like a 13 card pull. The first line will show what is going on in your life right now and how to fix it. The second line will be what blockers are there from that event. And then the third line will be what does it look like if we were to move those blockers? So we do this large hyphenated reading. And then from there, typically people book the ancestral inner child healing session afterwards, because the readings typically blend right into what they need to move that blockage, right? Okay. So I'm literally just focusing on mediumship and readings at the event.
That's always funny. Just want to quick note. Mark, it's good to see you, buddy. Thank you for joining us.
Mark.
He says, hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Happy to see all your faces. Sending much love. Mark is absolutely amazing. We had Mark on the show, I want to say probably about a month ago, Michael John. But yeah, but there. He also says it sounds like Kristie and he have to meet. Like I said, Mark is very gifted himself. He is, it's hard to explain, but Mark is an amazing human. Like I said, he's another person that just like you guys, you're around him, you feel the love vibe. He is one of the most kindest and gentlest souls that me and Michael John have met while doing this. When we met him at the Spring Mind and Body event over in Michigan. Like I said, he talked to Michael John. He would talk, and his story is like, wow, but very amazing. Mark, if you could ever come on over to Canada, I'm sure all of us would be happy to sit down and introduce you to everybody. Like I said, it is a loving community, and Mark would fit right in with this group of people right here because, like I said, he's such an amazing person.
That would be awesome. Yeah, come to Windsor.
Thanks for tuning in, Mark.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. I that just kind of pinged me something to just kind of a side note too. Some of this work that all three of us do can also be done virtually.
Absolutely.
So if there was ever, like anyone that's in the US, or I mean, we've had clients all over the world. Yeah, the Akashic Records, Inner Child, mediumship, like it can all be done. The only thing that can't be done is access bars or the access energetic facelift.
Yeah.
Those are hands-on processes. Yeah. But everything else can be done virtually. So it's always an option. And then there's always just the option of like just getting together on Zoom or Messenger and having some coffee together and having a chat, right? So
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like literally 70% of my clientele is in like Australia, California, or like out like BC, like. So
How badass
it's
is
totally
that?
done online.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So just a quick question to the three of you guys. So with a lot of the stuff and the stresses that are having in the world that are going on, do you guys find that maybe people are reaching out to you more right now for answers, for help? And so what is your guys' take on everything that's going on right now? We'll start with Amanda.
Okay. So I think that each and every one of us, Dale, you could have 40 more people on your show in the next 3 months, and you already have a contract with each and every one of them. It's going to happen irregardless. So the thing about it is, for me and my personal belief is, anyone that's contracted to work with me in this life will find me when they're ready to receive the healing. So not everybody right now, even though the world is where it is ready for the information or the healing. Some people need to really reach out and need that on their own. So even if they need it right now, there might be a little bit of work they have to do or another lesson they have to learn before they reach out to us. But the reality of it is everybody at some point will be willing to delve deeper into themselves and to start clearing their Akashics and to step into their highest timeline, because that's where the world is going. And that's the reality of it. So it's just about timing and alignment.
You guys hear that?
I hear some dinging.
It's God.
It's the alien, the galactic family's tuning in on this one. Dottie, what about you? Like, I mean, with everything you're doing, do you find there's been an increase of people reaching out to you to help them out as well?
I definitely believe like the collective stepping up and the way of like wanting help now, or assistance, we'll call it. Like, that's what I tell my clients. Like, I'm not doing the healing for you. I assist, right, with the tools that I have to be able to share with you in order for you to do your own healing. And I find like a lot of people right now, this is a thing. This is a thing, waking up in their own ways to their spirituality, to their humanity, and wanting help, wanting assistance, because maybe they don't feel like they have a safe container to be able to talk to. Like when all this kind of kicked in for me, I actually became very like I was hibernating, because I didn't know who out there was like going to be able to help me with this, or give me information, because I thought they'd think I'm crazy. But I did it, and I found a community that was just waiting to like-minded people like us that were there ready to, like, they were waiting for me. Like, they were just waiting. And it just gave me such an exciting, experience to be able to like delve into it and like learn all these things. Cause like Michael John said, there is so much to know, there's so much to know. And it's just, I'm grateful that we can be there to help people just as they've helped us.
That's
Right.
right.
It's like paying it forward, like Amanda said, right? Service to others is service to self. No doubt about it.
Now, aside from, the Holistic Wellness and Healing event this Sunday that you guys are hosting, someone wants to reach out to you. They're watching this show. They're going to watch it up the road. They don't get a chance to get out this Sunday, but they want to reach out to Kristie or to Donnie or to Amanda, either one of you or all three of you, how do they reach out? What's the best way? We'll start with Amanda. How can people reach out to you to get in contact with you to make, an engagement, if you will, happen?
Facebook is the easiest route.
Okay.
Facebook.com, A Logan Healing, and it'll bring you right to Absolute Healing with Amanda Logan. So that's just capital A LOGAN Healing. And type that in the search box on Facebook and it'll bring you to my site. If you don't have Facebook and you would like to contact me, my email is all capital letters LTNSA7685@gmail.com.
Okay. And Donnie, how about yourself? How can we reach out to you?
So for me, you can get me on Facebook business page. It's under Night and Day Healing or KNIGHT and Healing. Or I have clients that you just, if you'd like to call, that's easier for you. My number is 519-982-6447. And other than that, you can just text message me or call. I'm always open to help somebody. So the line's always open.
Awesome. And Kristie, how can we reach you?
Definitely Facebook Messenger is the easiest route. My business page is Intact Healing, IN-Tact Healing. Or you can email me at intacthealing@gmail.com.
Awesome. Mark just put in a comment here that I'd like to read out. It says, Donald, yes, I agree 100%. I feel everybody should have the tools and knowledge to learn to heal themselves. We all got to remember that where we come from, and we're only opening the door for others to walk through. So much respect for that. So yes, no, that was definitely a point on. And coming from Mark, yeah, it's definitely a thing. So it's another hour has flew by for us. It's amazing. Like I said, I these shows, it's like they're an hour long, but to me they feel like 5 minutes. It's just like we just get into things. I'm so grateful once again to be a part of this upcoming event this Sunday, July 23rd, the Holistic Wellness and Healing event at the Gino Marcus Complex on Drewler Road, 1168, right?
Yep.
Got it.
Geez, I'm impressed. I've got a memory.
Yeah, you didn't even have to read that.
And just for the viewers, if they're not familiar with the Gino A or the Gino A, it was actually the old Holy Rosary.
That's right.
So I think a lot of Windsorites would probably be more familiar with.
It was a school in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s. It's been
right.
Around, so
it's been, that building's been there. I think it's one of the more original buildings that was built up in that area from the beginning of
your place. Yep.
So for those of you that are going to be in the Windsor area this Sunday and you want to do something really, really fun, definitely come down, check this out. You know, you've got a lot of amazing people who are going to be there offering a lot of different services. Come on down, check it out. You will definitely will not be disappointed in yourself. Like, giving yourself some self-love is what it's all about. And you know what? Come on down, check out and meet these three amazing people, because like I said, they are truly amazing. They've been a blessing in my life. But for the most part, we look forward to seeing everybody this Sunday, July 23rd. I want to thank you guys once again for taking the time out of your busy schedules to come on here and talk to us. And we look forward to everything on Sunday.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Thank you
thanks
so much.
for those that tuned in too.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us.
Right.
It's been an honest pleasure. We look forward to seeing everyone at our charity event this Sunday.
And don't forget, bring something for the kids. Bring anything for school. Bring any kind of school donation. You know, because like I said, it is about our future, which is our kids that are growing up. So definitely bring something in to help out the charitable kids and the community for sure.
Yes, thank you.
No, I want to say thank you so much, first and foremost, to our guest, Donald Lampron, Kristie Nodis, and of course the ever lovely Amanda Logan. All of you, the most incomparable people I could ever say I know.
Dear Lord.
Very proud to say I know you guys are awesome. I love what you're doing. I love what you're bringing to the community, and that's what it's about: giving back to the community of Windsor, Ontario. Of course, Sunday, July 23rd, 2023, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. 1168 Drouillard Road, kiddies. That is at Drouillard Place, the holistic wellness and healing event. Yes, I have cheat sheets because that's how I do it. But damn it, it's going to be great. And we're going to be there too, Dale. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for allowing us to be there at your event. How lucky are we? Hashtag blessed, thankful, grateful. TPV Nation, thank you all for tuning in and making this show another successful show. We can't do it without you. We can't do it without great guests like Amanda, Donnie, and Kristie. We will see you all on the other side. But in the meantime, and in between time, folks, Dale, we're going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy haunting.
Yeah, hauntings.